3, 2, 1.
You ready?
You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. This is the Real Pineapple. This is your humble host, Hunter. Hope you're all having a great Saturday night. Hunter, what are you doing for your Saturday night? I'm about to talk Oscars with all of you because why not? So, Oscars, of course, are tomorrow. I will be monitoring them myself, and we'll either have a recording with my thoughts tomorrow night or either Monday night. Haven't decided which. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But yeah, we've got the Oscars tomorrow, and I'm gonna go through most of the categories here and just kind of give my quick thoughts on what I think is gonna win. Okay, while this past, let's just say year and change has been absolutely insane with COVID and everything. With the vaccines, it's great that we're starting to slowly get back to some sense of normalcy. So I'm really happy that we're going to be back in a theater schedule. I'll be able to actually go to the theater here soon, which I'm incredibly excited about. But with that said, let's just start going through these. So for actor in a leading role, so I can say I've seen every Best Picture nominee. I'm actually really excited to say that. This is I won't say the third year in a row I've been able to say that. So I'm really stoked to kind of just talk about these. So for Best Actor, our nominees are Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins in The Father, Gary Oldman in Mank, and Steven Yeun in Minari. So, all right, so I'm just going to say it. I'm a huge Gary Oldman fan. I loved him in The Darkest Hour. He deserved the Oscar that he won. He does not deserve to win here. He doesn't deserve to be here, to be nominated. Not to be nominated. He doesn't deserve to win. I thought Mank was all right. It's one of those things I think I am going to have to go back and rewatch. I watched it about a month ago. But it was just one of those things I remember thinking, I really like Amanda Seyfried more than I like Gary Oldman in this. But like I said, that it might require a rewatch. But for me, I don't want him to win. Now, with that said, everyone else in this category I'd be happy with winning. Of course, we unfortunately lost Chadwick Boseman last year. Even if he hadn't died, I still believe Chadwick Boseman is the best acting performance in this category. I really think it's his award to lose. If it's not Chadwick, if it's not him, and again, I believe it should be him, but if it is not him, I would love Riz Ahmed to win it. I really love Riz Ahmed. He's this guy. I find him fascinating. I find him really fascinating, and he just seems like a really cool dude. And he's great in Nightcrawler. Fuck, he's great in Venom. And even though that's a role that's underwritten, he still finds a way to make that character feel like a badass. Like, I really just love this guy as an actor. So just because how much I love Sound of Metal and how much of a music nerd I am, but then Anthony Hopkins is here for The Father, and the thing is, The Father is that type of performance that the Academy does love. And Anthony Hopkins, he was great in The Two Popes a couple years ago, and he got nominated for that. Maybe it's his time to win again. You could make a case really for the four people, and Steven Yeun and Minari. Ever since he left The Walking Dead, he's got Invincible, which is that Amazon show now, which I will have a review for here once it's over. I'm really digging it, though, by the way. But I just love him as an actor, and has such great comedic timing. He's on Conan O'Brien's show quite a bit, but they have great chemistry. But I'm just a fan of him. So I'm always a fan of if you can help it. Not just with screwing over the person who deserves to win, but I love Oscars being won by people where it elevates their career. I stand by this. I don't think Jamie Foxx should have won Best Actor for Ray. I believe should have been Don Cheadle for Hotel Rwanda. I'd say that to Jamie Foxx's face. I love his performance, and it's the second best performance that year. But I believe Don Cheadle's was better. But I love to see the Oscar elevate an actor to that next tier, to upper echelon. So for Steven Yeun or Riz Ahmed, an Oscar win could do that. So while I want Chadwick to win, I wouldn't be mad. So, okay, I'd probably go Chadwick 1 as far as my order of who I want to win. Chadwick 1, Steven Yeun 2, Riz Ahmed 3, Hopkins 4, and Oldman 5. And again, I love Anthony Hopkins' performance in The Father. The Father's a great film. You can actually, you'll be able to check out my review of that here soon. But yeah, gotta go Chadwick there. But actor in supporting role, Sacha Baron Cohen, Trial of the Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya in Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr. in One Night in Miami, Paul Rossi in Sound of Metal, and Lakeith Stanfield in Judas and the Black Messiah. So, by the way, I forgot to mention, I would replace Gary Oldman with Sacha Baron Cohen for Borat, subsequent movie film. Sacha Baron Cohen deserves a nomination for Best Actor. Yep, he was better than Oldman for me. Anyways, so this is a harder one because Paul Rossi in Sound of Metal does such a great job bouncing off of Riz Ahmed, and him being the person running that house. It's such a quiet but a very powerful performance when it needs to be. And I just have so much admiration for him really being a guy who hasn't really acted, and he goes ahead and steps up and just has this incredible first performance. So if he won, I'd be stoked. I'd be so happy. I'd be happy with anyone in this category winning. But I'm going to go with kind of a dark horse here. I'm going to go Leslie Odom Jr. His performance as Sam Cooke in One Night in Miami. My God, the ending of that film where he sings "A Change Is Gonna Come," just that whole sequence just broke my heart, but so beautifully done and performed. And he's the way that him and Kingsley Ben-Sur, who played Malcolm X, go at it in that film. I love that performance. It's one of my favorite performances all year, period. Judas and the Black Messiah is my favorite film of last year, and or one of my favorite films. And Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya, they're both so great. Him as Fred Hampton, that whole "I am a revolutionary" speech. I want Leslie Odom Jr. to win. I'll be honest, just because I'm a huge Central Park and Hamilton fan. I really just want him to win because of that. It'd be really cool to have a quote, music actor, in the sense of music's probably his forte first and foremost. It'd just be really cool to see him win. Now, he was just in music, and and that almost makes me want to walk back everything I just said. But I think he's my pick. He's my dark horse pick. I really do think Daniel Kaluuya is going to win, but I'm trusting my gut. I don't know why I'm picking this upset, but I'm trusting my gut. I think Leslie Odom Jr. is going to pull it out, so I'm going with him. I fully acknowledge that. Again, I'm trusting my gut, not my head here. My head tells me Kaluuya. I think it's Leslie Odom Jr. though, because Kaluuya didn't get one for Get Out, and he did get nominated. I don't think he goes 0 for 2, but I'm sticking with my Odom Jr. pick. I think it's going to be Kaluuya though. Best actress, we've got Viola Davis from Ma Rainey. We have Andra Day, the United States versus Billie Holiday. Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman. Frances McDormand for Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. Okay, let's get this out of the way. This is a 2-woman race. All due respect to Vanessa Kirby, I'm a huge fucking fan of hers. I haven't reviewed Pieces of a Woman. I'm going to try to in the next month or so because I really enjoyed that film. But, and look, Viola Davis, love her. She won for Fences, 2-3 years ago. A huge fan of hers, love her in pretty much everything she's in. And Andra Day, I'll be honest, I don't know why she got nominated. I'm gonna be real. I just like, yeah, I believe I watched United States vs. Billie Holiday, but I'll be honest, y'all, it just didn't even really register that much. I think it's okay, but I couldn't tell you a thing about it. I mean, I'll probably rewatch it at some point just because, I mean, she got nominated. But again, I can't remember if I saw this or not, but I do have several friends who told me, regardless, that they do not think she should have been nominated. Kind of feels like the consensus that she should have gotten this nomination, but it's a 2-woman race. It's between Frances McDormand and Noman Lind and Carey Mulligan in Promising Young Woman. This is the one award I believe is a lock. I think it's Carey Mulligan all day because Frances McDormand, she did win recently for three billboards. Carey Mulligan, this performance. Now, backtrack real quick. While Noman Lind is definitely that type of Oscar film that the Academy does love, Promising Young Woman was such a game changer. So many people have been talking about this fucking movie, and rightfully so. Carey Mulligan's amazing in it, and I just think off that alone, it's her all day. It's the one award I would bet on would be Best Actress. I think it's Carey Mulligan's to lose, but yeah, I'm going Carey Mulligan there. So, all right, here we go. So, this one is very easy for me. Best supporting actress: Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy, Olivia Colman for The Father, Amanda Seyfried in Mank, Yoo Jung-yoon in Minari, and Maria Baklava for Borat's subsequent movie film delivery of prodigious white to American regime for making benefit it was a glorious nation of Kazakhstan. That's the full. I'm so happy they didn't just call it Borat's subsequent movie film. But okay, I think it's Maria Baklava's. I really do. I think she's winning this shit. I look. There is a world, and God help them if they do this. If they give this award to Glenn fucking Close, I understand she's an incredible fucking actress. I've been a fan of hers for decades. Fuck this. If she wins this, it is one of the most. I don't want to hear, oh, Crash didn't deserve its Oscar. I don't want to hear that shit ever again. Glenn Close does not deserve this fucking Oscar. She doesn't deserve to be in this category. It should be. Oh crap. Why am I blank on her name? It should be in her spot. I'm pulling up the actress's name because I feel bad. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But it should be freaking the woman from Judas and Black Messiah. It should be Dominique Fishback in Glenn Close's spot. She's more deserving of that Oscar nomination than she is. I can't believe that Glenn Close is getting a Razzie nomination and got this Golden Globe or this Oscar nomination. It's fucking absurd. It really is. And I just, damn this. I can't believe she got nominated. It pisses me off. With that said, if it's not Maria Baklava's, which it should be, now that I think about it, I don't know who I want to be number 2 if it's not Maria. Oh, okay, so Olivia Colman's great. I'm still a little mad that she won for The Favorite over Lady Gaga. That still bothers me a little bit. So, and she's great in The Father. Do not misunderstand. She's incredible in it. I mean, it's Olivia Colman. She's kind of great in everything. Amanda Seyfried, because I really believe she's a good actress. I believe she really does work hard in her craft, and she does unique shit. She can do something like Jennifer's Body, and then go do Mamma Mia, and then go do fucking In Time, and do something like Lovelace. Like she's really fascinating, and I just love to talk to her. She seems very weird, and she looks like a real life anime character, which is weirdly hot, but she just comes across as very quirky, but like unsure of herself, but she just loves to act. She comes across very down to earth, and I want good for her. So if she won this, I'd be really stoked. But then we get to Yoon Jung-yoon in Minari, and now I know this is a pipe dream, and I think there's a better chance that a meteor hits hits Earth tomorrow, then this happens. But if Steven Yeun could somehow pull off the upset, and Yoon Jong Yoon was to win for Minari, even if Minari doesn't win Best Picture, which it won't, but if it did, that would make me so incredibly freaking happy. So I'm pulling probably for Yoon Jong Yoon number 2 behind Maria Baklava, because I'm going kind of upset picks this year, at least so far. So okay, so but Maria Baklava, that was my official pick. All right, moving on. Anime feature film. So we got Onward, Over the Moon, a Shaun the Sheep movie for Armageddon, Soul, and Wolf Takers. I did not see Wolf Takers, so I really I don't know on that one. For me, because I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. For me, I'd probably okay. So Onward. Actually, no. Wait, what am I talking about? It's Soul. Soul's winning. Why am I even thinking about this? Soul. Yeah, Soul's great. I can't believe I haven't had a chance to review it yet. I need to. Soul's great. Why? Yeah, Soul, easy. Boom. There you go. All right. Moving on. For cinematography, Trial of the Chicago 7, Nomadland, News of the World, Mank, and Judas and Black Messiah. So one of the things I loved about Judas and Black Messiah is the fact that it's got kind of that 70s almost grainy effect to it. It just has this very cool aesthetic that I really enjoy. So while I would say Judas and Black Messiah, it's Nomadland all day. Nomadland, I know people have said it's boring or they didn't get it or I was bored. I get it. I get it. It took me 4 times to get through Nomadland. I kept falling asleep within the first 15 minutes. And I felt like an asshole and a terrible critic because I couldn't get past the first 15 minutes. But I will say it's a beautiful looking film. The cinematography, it's fucking excellent. And Joshua James Richards did a hell of a job. So yeah, I think it's Nomadland all day. So Nomadland, that's my pick. Moving on. Costume design. We've got Alexandra Byrne for Emma, Anne Roth for Ma Rainey's, Trish Summerfield for Mank, Bina Dogler for Mulan, and then Massimo Conti Perini for Pinocchio. What Pinocchio? I don't know. So I'm gonna say no, just because I don't even know. I don't know that one. So yeah, I'm gonna say no Pinocchio. I feel like it's gonna be either Emma or Ma Rainey's. I don't think they'd give Mulan an Oscar, considering it's not good. It's not good. Oh God, okay. Ma Rainey sounds like it should win, but I'm gonna. Do I want to go upset with Emma? Okay. I'm gonna say. Oh crap! I'm really torn between Ma Rainey's and Emma. I'm gonna trust my gut. I'm gonna say Ma Rainey's. Ma Rainey's will win for best costume design. Anne Roth will win it. Okay, sticking with that. All right, moving on. So here's where we get into a very interesting one, and I have a rant about this. So Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, Lee Isaac Chung from Nari, Mank, David Fincher for Mank, and Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round. Okay, let's get this out of the way. David Fincher, I don't care what anyone says, Fincher or Thomas Vinterberg should not be there. If I have to pick, I'd save Vinterberg, but Fincher's there really because he's Fincher. I think Mank is okay, maybe even good, but when I watched it the first time, I just went, eh. So maybe it's one of those movies I need to rewatch, but I just was not over the moon about it the first time I watched it. Another Round, this is the only nomination I believe that it actually, Oscar-wise, that it has. So my point being, why isn't Regina King there? One Night Minari, that'd be a great movie. One Night in Miami is so well directed, especially for a first-time director. And the way she's able to capture those 4 men in that room and build the tension and make you feel like you're right there with them and feeling their pain and feeling their struggle and feeling the gravity of the conversations that they're having that will affect their lives forever. it bothers me that Regina King did not get nominated. It's really very similar to me, like in For a Star Is Born. When I see Bradley Cooper, I go, "Oh my god, this is your first time directing. You're fucking excellent. Why didn't you get a nomination? That's bullshit." Same thing here. So, all right, now I got my rant out of the way. I think it's Chloe Zhao's to lose. I think it's Chloe Zhao's to lose because, again, while Nomadland may not be your cup of tea, it is definitely an art house film. So I understand why some people would just go, it's not for me. I enjoyed the direction of it. Like I haven't reviewed the film yet, but I will here at some point in the next week or so. But I enjoyed the direction of it. So I think it's Chloe Zhao's to lose. So I'm gonna stick with that. And then last couple I'll touch on here. So original score. We've got Terrence Blanchard for The Five Bloods, Trevor Reznor and Atticus Ross for Mank, Emil Mazzari for Minari, Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross and John Baptiste for Soul, and then James Newton Howard for News of the World. It's Soul. Well, it's one of the best soundtracks I've heard all year. It's Soul. Let's just move on. Okay, there you go. So on to original song. Fight for You from Judas and Black Messiah. Hear My Voice from Trial of the Chicago 7. Husavik from Eurovision Song Contest. Holy crap, I did not know I got a nomination. Let's see. Speak Now from One Night Miami. And I believe it's IOC Scene from The Life Ahead. I'm going for my brother. I'm maybe a bit of a underdog here because I think Fight for You probably is going to win, but I'm going to stick with this pick. I think Speak Now, Leslie Odom Jr. and Sam Ashworth. I think I'm going to pull it out. So I'm sticking with my guts on that. So, all right, I'm going to save Best Picture for last because I will get back to that. But let's go through a couple more here. So, writing, original screenplay, Judas and the Black Messiah, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, Trial of Chicago 7. All right, so here's where I'm very torn because, pardon me. So here's where I'm torn. Promising Young Woman is going to win Best Actress. That for me is a lock. I think they're going to want to spread a little of the awards out. So the Sorkin get one for Trial? I don't believe so. Emerald won't get one here for original screenplay. So then we're down to Sound of Metal, Minari, Judas. I'm gonna trust my gut here. And again, it's just a gut feeling. I believe Sound of Metal. Actually, no. I think Minari. You know what? I think Minari for original screenplay. I just have this feeling. Again, I'm trusting my gut right here. So I'm gonna say that one. I'm gonna say Lee Isaac Chung wins for original screenplay. For adapted screenplay, we have Borat's subsequent movie film, The Father, Nomadland, One Night Miami, The White Tiger. I believe it's going to be. I'm definitely going upset here because in theory it should be Chloe Zhao for Nomadland because I think Nomadland's gonna get a couple major awards. But I'm gonna go Borat. I think Borat's gonna win. I have this feeling it's gonna win. I have no reason to think that. But yeah, I think Borat's gonna win. All right, moving on. Visual effects: Love Monsters, The Midnight Sky, Mulan, The One and Only Ivan, and Tenet. I cannot express enough. I almost don't even want to pick. As long as Tenet doesn't win, even though I'm 90% sure it will. It shouldn't, because it's a dog shit movie, but I think Tenet's going to win. I'm going to officially pick, though, The Midnight Sky. Go Midnight Sky. Fuck Tenet. I don't want Tenet to win anything. All right, unless it's a Razzie. Moving on. For sound, Greyhound, Mank, News of the World, Soul, Sound of Metal. I think it's going to be Sound of Metal just because of the way it actually plays with sound and the way that it does drown the sound out as far as the editing. For the editing, when and I'm blanking on the main character's name, but when he's starting to lose his hearing. I love that, so I think that's gonna win. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do two more: production design and best picture. So production design, we've got The Father, Ma Rainey's, Mank, News of the World, Tenet. Just because of how Tenet is shot and how everything is framed, I believe Mank's gonna win that one there. Yeah, the black and white style lends itself well to very good production design. So I'm gonna go ahead and lean. I'm trusting my gut. I'm sticking with Mank. All right. Now we get to the big one. Now we get the best picture. So, got The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, Trial of the Chicago 7. Okay, so for me, and again, I'm trusting my gut here. I think Judas and the Black Messiah is going to win it. Most likely, let me rephrase that. My head tells me Nomadland is going to win. My head is telling me that, but I am trusting my heart this time. I believe Judas and the Black Messiah is going to pull off the upset. I don't think they're just going to want to just have a Nomadland overload, because then it's going to come across how art house the Oscars can be, and I don't think they want that. So I'm going to say it doesn't have the underdog status. You know what? It does have an underdog status. So, it could win. No. I'm sticking with Judas and Black Messiah. I'm trusting my gut. I'm sticking with that. Judas and Black Messiah. That will win Best Picture. Boom. I'm sticking with it. All right. Whew. There we go, guys. So, Oscars are tomorrow. I'm excited to track them and find out who wins. Who do you guys think is going to win? Please let me know in the comments. Go ahead and like us on Facebook at The Real Pineapple. Follow yours truly on the Twitter at JHunterRealPineapple. You can follow Scott on Twitter at Nearman1. And don't forget to like our other Facebook page, Real Pineapple Games. That's REEL. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch as well at twitch.tv/TheRealPineapple. And I'm really excited to start streaming here soon, but I'll keep you all updated on that. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can find us on SoundCloud, Apple and Google Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher and iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and TuneUp, to name some spots, at The Real Pineapple. We'll have reviews up here soon for most of the Best Picture nominees, including The Father, Judas and Black Messiah, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Nomadland, and The Father. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. Take care of each other. Get your COVID shot, wear a mask, and we'll talk to you soon.